Hello Physical Fiends, I recently put out a video detailing all the JRPG physical releases coming in 2026 that we know of. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do it for a few more genres, so this time, even more niche, shmups. Physical shmups coming in 2026 that we know of. Of course, this is not everything 2026 will have to offer. Publishers have barely got back into work mode after the festive period, so there's going to be loads of good stuff that we don't know of, but for now, let's take a look at the near future. Söldner-X Complete Collection is a physical release that's long been delayed, but it should finally be happening early-ish this year, now that the games included are properly ported to the Switch. When pre-orders went up for this over a year ago, neither game was on the Switch yet, so they had to get on with that in order to finally send this double pack out. This contains Söldner-X Himmelstürmer, as well as Söldner-X 2 Final Prototype Definitive Edition. Both games in their best version yet, at least hopefully. Euro shmups that were early digital titles, not particularly revered amongst Japanese hardcore arcade shmup fans, but enough behind them to make it a nice casual experience. This is a Play Asia exclusive release, but is also available via VGP, and is coming in a standard edition, as well as their signature limited edition. Bullet Hell Collection Volume 2 is releasing sometime this year. It was due for the end of 2025, but obviously missed that window. This is a follow-up to a little remembered Red Art Games release, also containing 3 games within. Null Drifter is a lo-fi 1-bit shmup. Project Starship X is a roguelike thing, probably the most well-known shmup of this bunch, and Red Death is basically a shmup that is $1 to purchase digitally. That kinda says it all. This is only releasing in Europe, but VGP will be carrying copies of it. It's on Nintendo Switch. Speaking of which, if you want it, or any of the other games in this video, then please consider purchasing via the links in the description and pinned comment. Any purchase made there massively helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. I do truly thank you ever so much from the bottom of my heart. VGP are a really nice company. They have free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian dollars. It's like 54 American bucks. Plus, if you purchase via my link, you get put into a weekly draw to have a chance of winning a $10 discount coupon, the winner of which I announce every Monday. Sonic Wings Reunion should be releasing very soon. If it's not coming this week, it will be the week after. You know how loose Red Art Games can be with their targeted release dates. This released in Japan already. I know a decent amount of you already have it, but this entry is the European physical. There is no North American release. This is on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch, and it's been criticized for being a low-budget game with a big price tag. And yeah, I kinda do agree with that, but I did enjoy the game myself when I played it. It reminded me of the old psycho shooters like Gunbird, which I love. Maybe you wait for a price drop to match the content and production value, but it is still a fun game. Stellar Interface is already out physically on Nintendo Switch, at least in North America, and at least in its standard edition, but PlayStation 5 owners and those wanting the collector's edition, they will be getting it this year. I don't know why these got pushed back compared to the standard Switch physical, but whatever. BGNY often do shmups, and I believe this one is the one that plays a bit like Steriden, which is a roguelike progression kind of thing, which surprisingly I really enjoyed. Steriden is one of my favorite shmups, so why not learn from something great? Castle of Shikigami III is getting a standalone physical release in Japan. This follows up from the second game, which released a couple of years ago on the Switch. Originally this was on the Wii and in arcades. I don't know much about it, but I did enjoy the second one, so I'm looking forward to this one too. There's no Western physical announced so far, but I do believe there is something better out there if you love shmups, and that is Castle of Shikigami Triology. Yeah, I think it's Triology. I think it's officially Triology. And this includes the first 3 games in the series, 1, 2, and 3. And I believe this is the only way to grab the first game physically anywhere. It's only going to be included in this triple pack, which in itself is a mini collector's edition, which explains the higher than normal price tag. This includes 3 soundtrack CDs and a booklet. It looks pretty awesome, if quite pricey, especially if you already own the recently released second game. That came out in the West not too long ago. R-Type Dimensions 3. Oh man, what a life this has had so far. Is it? Is it not a game key? Well, in the end, it turns out it is not going to be a game key, but in fact, a proper Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge alongside Switch and PlayStation 5. This is a remake of R-Type 3, where you can switch between the new fancy visuals and the retro style. I own the 1-2 double pack, so I'm almost compelled to pick this one up too, if only to support the proper Switch 2 physical release. It's coming to retail at some point this year, but currently only the collector's edition and the super special collector's edition are available to order. VGP have the cheaper one, but only in games as web store. They will have the kind of the big massive statue thing, and if you want that, you can get 5% off if you click my link and use the code PARADISE. Cue 'em Up Collection is probably not one you expected in this video. I'm sure people forgot about it since it was a quiet announcement when East Asia Soft opened up their own web store. This was one of 3 physicals on PlayStation 5 that's coming in a very cheap standard edition, as well as a deluxe edition which has a soundtrack CD. This double pack includes Takotan, a side-scrolling shmup starring a cute little octopus it's impossible to go wrong with. It also includes Exocalibur, which is a vertical shmup, both cheap digitally but nice as a double pack here, and the reviews are good for both of them. Birdcage is another East Asia Soft release that came about thanks to their new web store. This one was deemed worthy enough to stand by itself as a physical release, and yeah, this is oozing some 32-bit style, which means it's almost automatically a winner in my books, but I'm shallow. And the gameplay appears to be very Radiant Silvergun-ish, with a dash of Ikaruga in there too, 2 of Treasure's best in one slick-looking game. And reviews are very positive about it. Of course, it's not like legendary status, but very good. Again, it's coming to PlayStation 5 in the cheap standard edition, as well as a limited deluxe edition. Before I get into the back end of this video, if you are new here, do yourself a favor and subscribe. If you like shmups, me too, you'll be notified when there is a new physical. And speaking of which, if you like physical games, I am your man more than any other man, even if you're married to a man. Discounts, rare game reprints, new announcements, you'll find it all here and more. Plus, the bigger this channel is, the more publishers will pay attention to the demand for physical media, so do your bit, subscribe. Raiden Fighters Remix Collection is a triple pack of early Raiden games, part of the Fighters sub-series. You get Raiden Fighters 1, Raiden Fighters 2, and Raiden Fighters Jet. I believe these are supposed to be a bit more fast-paced compared to the normal entries, which would suit me right down to the ground. I can suck at them even faster. Currently, this is only known for a release in Asia, and it will play in English, which is nice, although the company publishing it, Moss, have previously worked with limited run games, but nothing about that has been even hinted at yet. Psyvariar III could be quite an important release because it's releasing on PlayStation 5, Switch, and Switch 2 as a proper physical cartridge. Now, this is only known for Japan so far. However, in Europe, Red Hot Games have started taking pre-orders for a PlayStation 5 release, and probably once they feel the time is right or they finally get the go-ahead, I am sure they will announce a Switch and Switch 2 physical release alongside it. It's been a while since the last Psyvariar game. There's already a double pack on the Switch of the first 2 games. I've not played any of the series before, so let me know your thoughts if you're excited about this one. Now, there are also a bunch of strictly limited games pre-orders that have been open for years at this point for some of them. They've slowly been going through their backlog of games, finally getting them into people's hands. I'm not officially including them in this list because who knows if they will actually appear this year. Some of them will, some of them won't. But to quickly go over them that may release this year, there's Rainbow Cotton, there's Steel Empire Chronicles, Irem Collections 1-3, Eschatos, Ray's Arcade Chronology as well, and the majority of these already have releases in Japan, if you want them anyways, apart from Eschatos, that does not, which is sad because it's the one I want the most. Those are a bunch of shmups releasing physically this year. What do you think? Which ones are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you want to pre-order any of them, please do so via the links in the description and pinned comment. That massively helps support me. And yeah, go check out the other video I made about JRPGs and some other videos that you may not have seen already because the algorithm doesn't really like me that much. But go watch them. Take care.